There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Ukraine, Mediocre. Fighting out of the blue corner from Mexico, wearing the dark pink trunks with light red trim, Undisputed Champion, Supersonic.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
I love this arena. I dream of places like this. I dream of fights like this. I dream of atmospheres like this. But it could only happen here.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Nice lead hook. Misses with the straight left. Multiple world titles are on the line. A chance to really become a legend here and make some real history. He misses with that straight left. And that hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good counter punch. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Right uppercut just off target. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. They exchange punches. Missing with the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good defense there with that left hook. Missing with the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter loves throwing straight power shots. Their opponent has got to get that head off the center line. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. Just misses with that uppercut. Stamina is off the charts. Stumbling around in potholes. And down goes Supersonic. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knock. There's the bell for round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That hook doesn't score. Them as one of the best in the weight class. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Through the straight left, but it won't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Nope, that hook won't score. Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Jab misses. And down goes mediocre. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down.
There's the bell to start round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
There's a counter shot. The jab can't find a home. Those counter punches have to hurt. That left and mediocre goes down. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are ready.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
For a minute. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. And it's a supersonic boom as down goes Supersonic. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
How about that time counter shot? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Incredible work rate. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Well, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That uppercut just missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nobody home with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did that.
And we enter the 8th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. Looking to land the hook. And now going, and Supersonic doesn't look so super now as he's down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, your winner by knockout and the new WBC and WBO World Champion, Mediocre.